Hey friends, and welcome to a new video dedicated to Poppy Playtime. Today we have so many news to discover together. Finally, we are getting closer and closer to Chapter 5, which, as you know, will be released on February 18, so in almost exactly 1 month. And during this period, as always, new leaks, official images, and incredible details are arriving that I can't wait to show you. Today we will talk about new official images published by Mob Entertainment, and I will also show you some secret details that the community has just discovered. There are really so many interesting things to analyze, and believe me, some of these could completely change the way we see the next chapter. I will explain every detail carefully, commenting on the images, the most accredited theories, and, of course, all the curiosities you might have missed. So, if you are curious to discover what awaits us in Chapter 5 and to stay updated on every single news, you are in the right place. And make sure, before we start the video, to leave a like if you enjoy Poppy Playtime content and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single news, because in the next few days more surprises and leaks will surely arrive that we will analyze together. Alright friends, without wasting any more time, let's start taking a look at these new images and discovering all the hidden details of Chapter 5. Let's start right away with this really interesting screenshot. In our previous video, we analyzed an official image released by Mob Entertainment that showed a VHS. As you remember, this image was considered by many fans as the first ARG image related to Chapter 5. So, on its own, it already sparked a lot of theories and speculation. But today we want to take a step forward, because if we look closely at the file, we can notice a detail that might seem small, but is actually very important. This image does not have a random name. The file is called PPC5. And if we think about it, these letters are basically the initials of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. So a clear reference to the new chapter. And we know very well that Mob Entertainment never puts random names on their files or official leaks, so this is definitely a clue not to be underestimated. If we connect this name to the VHS shown in the image, we can start making really interesting theories. It could be a file that contains fundamental information about Chapter 5, maybe hidden clues, sounds, animations, or even the jingle of the new mascot. Basically, this VHS is not just a simple object in an image, but it could be the key to understanding what awaits us in Chapter 5, or at least to get some hints about the type of atmosphere, the characters, and the events we will see. And remember friends, every small detail in this ARG could have a meaning, even those that at first glance seem insignificant. So, get ready, because in the next few days we will probably see more hidden clues, and every new file or image could bring us one step closer to the release date of Chapter 5, February 18, which is getting closer and closer. Okay, now let's move on to analyze this new image, really interesting for all Poppy Playtime fans. What we see is the cover of a book called Poppy Playtime Stickerpedia, a really special collection that contains over 150 official stickers from the game. From this alone, we can understand how careful Mob Entertainment is with details and how every element can have a meaning, even if at first glance it seems just decorative. Looking closely at the cover, we immediately notice Huggy Wuggy in a very prominent position, almost central, so clearly the main focus. Around him we see a series of stickers with some of the most iconic characters from the game, like Catnap, Yarnaby, Pianosaurus, and many more. Each character is represented with great attention to detail, but if we look even closer, behind Huggy Wuggy we can notice a strip showing a particular scenario. In this strip there are conveyor belts, typical of the industrial environments of Playtime Co. And in one part you can also spot the green hand sensor, a detail that does not go unnoticed by the most attentive eyes. It's no surprise that some fans started theorizing that this part of the scene could be a preview of the new Chapter 5 map, and that the cover itself could hide a real mini leak. Of course, these are just theories. But it's interesting to see how even a seemingly secondary graphic detail can spark so many speculations in the community. That being said, I have to be honest. In my opinion, this strip with the conveyor belts and the green sensor is most likely just a graphic decoration designed to make the book cover more appealing. There is no concrete evidence that it could actually be a preview of Chapter 5, so for now, we should take it more as a curiosity than an official leak. However, it's incredible to see how even such small elements can spark discussions and theories among fans, and this shows how alive and creative the world of Poppy Playtime is, especially while waiting for the release of the new chapter. Alright, now let's move on to analyzing some new official messages written directly by Mob Entertainment. In particular, I want to focus on a very interesting message. This message was written by Amber, who, as many of you know, is the official artist for Mob Entertainment and the mind behind many iconic Poppy Playtime artworks. On Discord, a user asked her a very specific question. They asked whether the Halloween artwork released some time ago still contains a secret that no one has discovered yet. And Amber's answer was very clear. She said yes, confirming that there is still a hidden mystery inside that artwork. But she also added that it is pretty obscure, meaning very dark, difficult to notice, and probably well hidden among the details of the image. This means something very important. There are still secrets to be discovered in that artwork, and at the moment, no one in the community has managed to find them. And this is not surprising at all, because we have to remember that Poppy Playtime artworks made by Amber always hide secrets, often directly connected to the upcoming chapter. This is something we have already seen multiple times in the past, so this confirmation makes everything even more interesting. As you know, we have already done several analyses of that Halloween artwork, observing symbols, colors, characters, and possible references to Chapter 5. However, it seems that during all these analyses we missed exactly this dark detail Amber is talking about, and the fact that she described it as obscure suggests that it is not something obvious, but a very subtle clue, maybe only visible by changing perspective or analyzing the image in a completely different way. For this reason, in the next few days I will do a brand new full analysis of that artwork, specifically searching for this hidden detail. And of course, if I manage to find something suspicious or clearly connected to Chapter 5, I will let you know immediately with a new video or a dedicated update. In these days, let's get ready, because we are getting closer and closer to the release of the new Poppy Playtime chapter. And as you can imagine, this is the period when Mob Entertainment becomes more and more active. The closer we get to the release date, the more new images, new teasers, new cryptic messages, and new clues related directly to Chapter 5 will start to arrive. In the coming days, we will definitely see more and more official material. And as always here on the channel, we will analyze everything calmly and in detail, trying to connect every clue to the ARG and the events of the new chapter. As you know, in Poppy Playtime, even the smallest detail can hide something huge, so it will be essential not to miss anything. Even today or in the next few days, Mob Entertainment could already publish something new, such as a new official image, a hidden teaser, or another piece of content that seems harmless but is actually full of meaning. For this reason, it is extremely important to keep our eyes open at all times and follow every update, because we could be very close to a new phase of the ARG. That said, I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching the video until the end and for the constant support you give to the channel. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and keep following me so you don't miss any news about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Stay tuned, because the surprises are not over yet, and in the coming days something very interesting could happen. See you in the next video. Bye bye.